Shalom. First off, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushai, Ba'Hashem, Rakakadash, Yahweh being the true name for the Father, and Yahushai being the name for his only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls God, and Jesus Christ. I want to give double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone, taught us truth and will well, and salutations to you, hopefully, like person is truth, and all honesty and sincerity. This is Brother Yahweh another spirit power, Yahweh Yahushai, another update, end times, and events. This is just a quick hit testimony that I'm going to expound on once I link up with the brother that witnessed the events that I seen Saturday evening. It was June 1st, 2024. I went to the campground, booked a spot to get away for a little bit and spend some time with two of my seeds. And it was when I booked the spot, it was very conflicted within the spirit, things going on personally, but the Lord always shows that He's with you, during your lowest moments, in a very contrite spirit. And it was uplifting that the one of the Akim came out with me. The brothers always come through, man, whether they know what's going on in your personal life or not. But the spirit, always brings us together, And so what you're seeing in this video, this is in Saudi Arabia. This is actual footage, someone recording a quote-unquote UFO. This is an angel of the Lord, a chariot. And they're becoming more and more prevalent. And the reason why I'm showing you this is, for one thing, it's a testimony of the Lord at what times we're in. These things are revealing themselves way, way more prevalent now. And this is probably the closest detailed footage I've seen. I've seen some pretty good footage of chariots, but this is up close, personal. What I witnessed Saturday evening, well, what me and the brothers and my seeds witnessed, 27 of these things. 27 individual. We looked from the sky. They were flying from, I guess that would be considered the west, and going straight east, back to back. Now, they weren't as detailed as this. They were much, 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 much higher in the sky. But we just basically seen them as orbs from the distance, but we seen the barrel, the green light, and we seen, the white lights on some of them. But I've never seen this many chariots in one night. Brothers of GMS Great Millstone see these things very often prevalent. And you have brothers that have individual testimonies of seeing chariots such as this one in this video, that up close and personal, off of a highway. I've heard testimony of a brother uploading a lesson, pulled over on a highway and seen it this close like that, flying right above his head, and he's seen the Paleo Hebrew writings underneath it. My mother has given testimonies of seeing these things in a vision, up close and personal, man. The Lord has angels charge over us, and they surround us all the time. We just don't know it, or it's easy to forget that they're there. Because of the spiritual abilities and the technology, you won't notice them unless they want to reveal themselves to you. In this case, this chariot wanted to be revealed to the world, to let you know the Lord is working, what time it is that we're living in. Okay, and the Lord is about to make His move, because this was seen in Saudi Arabia, which is not far from the land and the region of Armageddon. And if you pay attention to what's going on in Iran right now, and the Jewish state of Israel, war is brewing up. These chariots are in the sky and they're puppeteering everything that's going on. And it's all for the Lord, man. It's all for the Lord. The Lord's agenda, the Lord's plan, what he wants to go forth. So, amen. We saw, I almost lost count, but as far as I know, 27. 27, Akim. Akwath. 27 chariots, bro. And it was just one back to back. We literally seen them coming from the spot that I was looking at. Me, my seeds, and the brother. They were they appeared in the west, and out of seemingly nowhere. It was right above a tree, and you know, the branches kind of was blocking a little bit of the sky, but in the distance they were just appearing to come out of some type of portal. No, we couldn't see the portal, but they were coming seemingly out of nowhere, and was from the same spot. It'd be one chariot sighting. It would come up. Some of them were booking it and going extremely fast across the sky. Others were at a steady pace. They all were moving fast as hell. It would be one. It'd go across, you know, and we would see at a certain point above us in the east, it would disappear, vanish. And every single one we seen, or almost every single one we seen, would come from that direction, from the west, go above us, past a tree, and then disappear. Boom, 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 boom. And they just kept going all night long, man. And that was very uplifting for me to see in the moment, because when brothers are low, the Lord can come through to lift your spirit up. I got a precept I'm going to bring out. This is the book of Psalms 34:18. It says, "The Lord is nigh unto them that are of a broken heart, and saveth such as be of a contrite spirit." You know, as a prophet teaching this truth, you're going to constantly be tested, and the Lord's going to throw a bone to see if you can fold and break. And those bones that be thrown at you to test you, you know, he sends the spiritual demon, Satan himself, to try to see if you're that guy. You know, the Lord is gambling for you. You know, we read the account of Job. He said, "Have you considered my servant Job?" You know, "Have you considered my servant Job?" And Satan said, "Hey, look, well, Job got everything because you basically spoiled him. You know, take away this, take away that. I bet you he's gonna denounce you." It's the same gamble individually for all us Akim. You know, Satan's gonna try to prove to Yahweh or Yahweh that you're not of his men. You know, see if you're gonna break. And you're gonna experience certain things in life while you're in the truth, you know, that can get you to snap, or try to get you out of character, or try to get you to, you know, not believe anymore and go back to the world. You know, but the Lord still is our defense and has our back. So in the midst of that trial, once you pass a certain level through the trial and you get so far in it, the Lord sees that you're still locked in. He's gonna help you get through it with some type of encouragement. And that night, you know, I was just meditating a couple days and said, you know what, hey man, it's been a while since we've seen chariots. I was thinking that to myself, speaking to the Lord about it. And on my way to the campground to get set up, I was meditating on it. I was like, man, I hope I can see some chariots tonight. It's been a few months. It's been a rough winter. Spring has came and gone, and haven't really seen anything. Haven't had time to get outside and look to the heavens to see something. Because us brothers here of GMS Kansas City camp, we see chariots a lot, and this is not just from a true stake standpoint. What's the word I'm looking for? Even from a worldly perspective, of what's people that chase these sightings of quote unquote UFO chasers and stuff like that. The number one hotspot in the United States is basically Kansas City. So chariot sightings are extremely prevalent here. I don't know what it is about this area, this region, but it's a lot. It's like number one in the United States of sightings for quote unquote UFOs in the United States, and damn near the world, is Kansas City, Missouri. This region out here is hot on the map. I believe through the spirits, because I think Esau Edom's biggest weapons, which is his blessings, a sword, is stored here. So they're keeping watch on things. And also, this region has been labeled the heart of America, which the heart, which is what you need to survive. So this is the smack dab middle of Babylon the Great. Not far from here, you got a region referred to as Little Egypt. This is also one of the regions of the center point of the pathway of the X of the total solar eclipses that took place in 2017 and this year. They X out this same region over here that brothers are teaching from. So we see a lot, man. And that night, man, the other night, boy, oh boy, man. I've never seen so many chariots in one night. Now, I've seen some chariot sightings that have literally knocked me off my feet, and I've been in tears from my witnessing. I've seen a chariot the size of a whole moon appearing in the sky. I've seen a chariot, go from the ground and slowly rise up to the heavens. That sighting just blew me away, man. And that was a highly spiritual trip with the Akim and the Ozarks. I seen that. But last night, man, that was, when it comes to the amount in one night, that was the icing that took the cake. Like I said, 27 different, they just kept coming. And Lord gave us an air show to show that, hey, look, I got your back, man. And that brother Tazyar, man, he said it. He said, hey, look, we those men, we got to be the men of the Lord. And to witness something like that just is more evident that we got to be, man. Lord's will, Abarat Zah, we are those men, and we stay being those men. And we stay being like, the disciples, following Yahushua until the very end. But ultimately, man, that was a blessing, a big faith boost and encouragement, and a blessing to see. And we'll expound on it, me and the brother, when we link up to do a sit down on this. I might even have to include my seeds and to give their testimony, because they were sitting there right with us and seeing all 27 chariots. To give that testimony for the body, to be a faith boost and a belief to the body, man. Because that was big. That was a big sighting. It was like literally you seen one ball of fiery light going across the sky and up above the clouds, and it went into a direct path. And then next thing you know, a few seconds later, another one and another, and they weren't in all one strip, like they got that Elon Musk's satellite things he got going on. It wasn't like that at all. They were individual. There was a good gap of time in between each one, and they went across a big distance and disappeared. And then other ones popped up coming from a different direction, and they were going quick. The first few ones that we saw, they were going so fast. They were moving, man, and they went all the way across the sky above us, and then disappeared into the portal. Boom, boom. They all kind of disappeared generally in the same spot. That's how you know Yahweh Shai has different routes in the heavens that the angels know about, of different areas where they go into different dimensions from, and parts throughout the sky. And they know exactly the exact pinpoint coordinates and direction to go in and out of. It's like and some of them look like they went into hyperspeed, like you see the spaceships in Star Wars do, and they just disappear, reappear, come back, come from another direction. Brothers, man, they made a whole lock you. They showed out. It was the perfect conditions. The temperature was amazing at the camp spot. And it was like probably 65 degrees, just a little bit lower than 70. They had the fire going. The skies were crystal clear. There was a little bit of a haze from some chemtrails that Esau was spraying, but outside of that, crystal clear skies. And that whole sighting was, for me, mentally what I was going through, that was extremely uplifting. Psalm 34:18. I read it again. The Lord, or Yahweh, is nigh unto them that are of a broken heart, and saveth such as be of a contrite spirit. Okay, let's see what this word contrite means here. Feeling or expressing remorse, penitence, affected by guilt, a broken and contrite heart. So when you're going through your trials and your afflictions, you're going to be and have a heavy heart, and it's normal. It's normal to have a heavy, broken heart in society. In Babylon the Great, in this hellhole, we need deliverance. You're not supposed to be comfortable here, But and sometimes you're going to get to a point to where you're going to go through a heavy contrite spirit, where you might just be feeling really, really, really down, But the Lord is merciful, and His grace is abundant towards His hopeful elect. And this was the same day that we prophesied, that we witnessed all these things. So regardless of my contrite spirit, I made sure that I served Yahweh Bashem Yahushai that day, and I'm thankful for that. I made it to camp, and did the work. Didn't quit, regardless of what I'm going through. Made sure that I made it, and made sure that I don't let the things that was happening and going on don't affect me too much, to where I think, oh, I need to quit going. No, man. Handled my business, went out, enjoyed the rest of the night, and the Lord put on an air show for the brothers, man. Call all Yahweh Shemel Shai. And like I said, this is just one lesson. We're going to expound on it with the brother in a more in-depth lesson that's going to be longer. Really going into these chariots. Because that little video clip I just showed you, that's not what I've seen personally firsthand. But, I came across that video before I went to the campground spot and seen the personal chariots myself. So that was already, pre-gaming for me for what I was about to experience. But that video is edifying. That footage that's been released in Saudi Arabia, to know that for you brothers and sisters that are in the faith, we about to see chariots like that up close, man. And outside of just the vehicles themselves, you're about to meet the individuals that's piloting those things. Them angels that's flying them chariots. Hey, just be ready, man. Be ready to not bug out. Pray to Yahweh Shem Shai. It keeps you a calm spirit, to not faint or pass out or die. But brothers, you about to witness, you about to speak personally to an angel. And they may not reveal their full power form visually for you, because they know that in this flesh, this unclean flesh we living in, we might not be able to just withstand it, but you're gonna see some shit. You're gonna see some shit, man. Brothers and sisters may wake up to an angel at your bedside. That's what I'm talking about, man. How real it's gonna get at your doorstep. You might be in a place driving somewhere, and you somewhere where it's discreet, and something just reveal itself unto you, and tell you some shit that you need to do, or some shit that you need to hear. Because ultimately we're gonna need divine intervention to get through the times we live in. We have to be exposed to. Jacob's trouble ain't about to be no joke. So it just makes sense that the Lord would warm us up to what we're gonna see in that divine intervention for protection, to where they don't get too fearful and lose their mind and bug out and run the opposite way when this angel's here to help. There's many angels that's been around us unaware. Some of y'all brothers, a lot of y'all brothers, have probably already spoken to an angel and didn't know, and just thought maybe it was a homeless person. But they ain't about to come and appear to you in that homeless person form. And the scriptures give accounts of some of the prophets coming in the interaction with angels, and they hit the deck and started bowing down, praying, thinking it was Yahweh Shai or something. And the angel had to tell them, hey, look, I'm your fellow brethren. So there's a reason why, though, that prophet, that brother, or that individual gave that reaction after they seen this entity in front of them. What I'm saying is, you got to be able to start mentally preparing yourself for that. You have to kind of daydream about it, think about it, and try to visually put yourself in that experience before it comes, to be ready for it. Like, we got to be ready for everything we about to go through and see. But they're here, and they've always been here, man. They've always been watching. And just real quick too, just to throw it out there, besides the ones, the 27 that I've seen, I believe there was a 28. The last one I seen was a lot closer. It was flying across. It was actually right above the tree. It wasn't in the clouds. Like, it was close. But it was like it was small. Real small. Right after the brother left and he went home for the night, I stayed and slept out there in the tent. But the other brother, we went back to the crib. And right after he left, I seen one more sighting. And it was a quick, it was like a shooting star style speed. Flash of light. But it wasn't all the way up in the sky. It was right above me. Right from one tree. If you can picture visually, think of a big tree, okay? And the top of that tree line to another tree that's probably about, I'm going to say maybe about 15 yards apart. flash, man. Went right across. Right across, right above me, bro. And it wasn't no damn firefly either. It was a white light. And it moved quick. Because the technology of these things are very, very vast. We can't even fathom or imagine. They have the ability to shrink in size and get gigantic in an instant. But it went, I kid you not, man, it went right across above me, man. It's a spirit, man. It's 144. Hey, man, so I got another precept, man. This is the book of Psalms 34:7. It says, the angel of Yahweh encampeth round about them that fear him, and delivereth them. So you got an angel that's holding posts, or angels that are holding posts around you. Encampeth. Look at that word, encampeth. Place or establish in a camp. A place where an army or company is encamped. Now, an army does what? It goes to battle. So they are posted, ready to fight for you. Encampeth round about them that fear him, and delivereth them. The ones that fear Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai are the ones that are out there serving them at the highways and hedges and doing the work, the will. So not only are they ready to fight for you, but they're ready to what? It says, and delivereth them. Their great deliverance. Hey, those the rides that we about to be on to get saved from the destruction that's to come to hit this place. This next Exodus is about to be off the chain. And they out here, man. Like, look, I seen 27 of them, man. Now, it was only me, 2 of my seeds. I had 3 total, but 2 of my seeds was with me at the campground. So that's 3 right there, and then one of the brothers from camp, in our camp, Taziar. You know, so that makes 4. So 4 of us was out there, but we seen 27 chariots. The Lord is ready to pick us up, man. And he got more than enough room to get us up out of there when the times have come. But like I said, man, when we seen that night, I believe it was through the spirit. That was just an air show, man. The Lord was showing us and revealed to us, you know, the highways and the routes that these chariots take in the heavens. And we were the only ones looking up to see that. To the right of my spot, they had a whole baseball team. Like, these Edomites booked this spot and had a shit ton of kids on a baseball team next to us. You know, they was probably 20 deep over there. There was a bunch of people all around with their RVs and shit. We were the only ones looking up to see this sighting in the sky. And we probably were the only ones that could see it, even if everybody else did look up. So, the Lord is with us, man. This is 2 Kings 6:13. And he said, go and spy where he is, and that I may send and fetch him. And it was told him, saying, behold, he is in Dothan. Therefore sent he thither horses and chariots and a great host. And they came by night and compassed the city about. And when the servant of the man of Yahweh was risen early and gone forth, behold, an host compassed the city, both with horses and chariots. And his servant said unto him, alas, my master, how shall we do? So they sent an army. Okay? They sent an army to Elijah and the servant, man. They wanted to kill him. And so the servant is looking up and seeing this army that's surrounding him. Like, damn, what we about to do? He's thinking, shit, we about to be killed. Verse 16 says, and he answered, fear not, for they that be with us are more than they that they be with them. And Elisha prayed and said, Yahweh, I pray thee, open his eyes that he may see. So some of the chariot sightings that we see, we even had instances in that same campground where we've seen a fleet of chariots marching one by one through the sky. The same spot. It's a spiritual spot, man. Highly spiritual spot. The same spot. We done seen chariots going across the sky. And we got it on video and everything and upload that testimony, but we were looking up and seeing all those orbs, and guess what? We made all types of noise, cheering, hyping the spirit, dancing, jumping. None of the people could see what we were looking at. And it wasn't nothing that was like far, you gotta squint to see. I'm talking this was right above a tree coming across the sky. Like, it probably just a couple 100 feet in the air. And then we see him going into the portal and disappearing. All that. The whole campground didn't see shit but the Akim that were out there. So our eyes were opened. But everybody else, their eyes were shut. It says, and Elisha prayed and said, Yahweh, I pray thee, open his eyes that he may see. And Yahweh opened the eyes of the young man, and he saw, and behold, the mountain was full of horses and chariots of fire round about Elisha. It says the mountain was full of them. And this was more than the army that was already surrounding them. So we got angels with us. We got angels with us, brothers and sisters, man. We don't have nothing to worry about, man. So don't let the shit that's happening in your personal life upset you too much to where you quit or you want to fall out or none of that, man. That was confirmation what we seen. I already had it set in my heart. The Lord put it in my spirit. I wasn't about to fold what I'm going through. This shit was extremely, upsetting and heartbreaking person. I'm not going to go into it. But to see 27 chariots in one night, man, words can't explain. We saw 27, man. I've never seen that many chariots. It says, and when they came down to him, Elisha prayed unto Yahweh and said, smite this people, I pray thee, with blindness. And he smote them with blindness according to the word of Elisha. So then, we brought out that definition of a campeth, right? That means ready to fight and battle and get in a position. And he sent up the order, and he sent a strike. He sent an aerial strike on the army that surrounded them, and they all went blind. So the Lord ain't no joke. They're here to fight for us. They're here to protect us. They're here to deliver us. So we're going to use them in the times to come. So this is just a quick little intro testimony to what we've seen. All's out to campgrounds with the brother and my sons. Like I said, when I get with the brother and we do a detailed testimony on it, we'll elaborate on it further. But I just wanted to get that out there, man, because it was heavy on my spirit. I can't just go to rest and not say nothing about it until I'll be with the brother, man. So But hey, Lord's will was edifying though. I'm going to close out. Give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders, great millstone, Tasha's truth and will well. And citation to Hopeful Pushing Truth and honest sincerity. Shalom.